guys, welcome back to another video. For today's video, we're going to do a retro reaction. This is called 8 Pounds of Cheese in Binge City. This is actually uploaded by a YouTube channel called Thor. I will link the video in the description below, so check that out if you wanted to check out this channel. So without further ado, let's get to.
It is ridiculous that an overweight person is told what to do or what they can and cannot eat, what they can and cannot wear on a public platform. It is ridiculous that people mental illness shame others. When you say
Mental illness shame others? Okay.
things like, she's manic, she's bipolar, you're saying it in a derogatory, condescending way.
Just like you were making fun of Shani for having fibromyalgia yesterday. Is that what you're kind of like that? Just physical?
And if I did have that mental illness,
She is 100% mentally ill.
what's your point? Why are you mental illness shaming?
Don't landscape shame me, guys. Don't mental illness shame me, guys. Don't cheese shame me.
it as an insult. How is it okay for skinny mukbangers to gorge on thousands of calories, but it's not okay for me to eat any fucking thing other than salad?
Ooh, girl went for it.
And lean protein?
There's a lot of discussion around this, mukbangers that have healthy weights. It's just what it is, Chantal. Like, you obviously have an eating disorder, right? You are morbidly obese, and you have been ever since you've been on YouTube. Well, your whole life, really, to be fair. But they don't have the same issues you do. Okay? I'm not going to go into how it's an addiction and you shouldn't be monetizing it, because we all know this by now. She's monetizing her addiction, and I'll leave it at that.
How is it that people have an issue with me eating corn tortilla chips, but don't have an issue with people eating fucking bacon and cheese and
Bitch, you eat bacon and cheese. What are you talking about?
waffles just because they're on a keto diet, because it's a trendy diet? How is that okay? I've turned comments off again because the minute I open them up, it's just constant negativity about what I'm eating and shaming me for what I'm eating. Like, that fucking helps.
She is on one in this one, isn't she? She should have just always turned off comments and just shut out the noise that way, since she can't shut it out herself.
I have said so many times before that I'm not eliminating foods. I'm not restricting.
You're not restricting anything, ever. She never restricts anything. That's why she's still 500 pounds.
My life. Let me fucking live it the way I want to.
And you are. And okay, so this was about 4 years ago. So how's your life going now, Foodie? Are you where you wanted to be? Are you where you pictured yourself being? Is your life what you want it to be?
If you have a problem with it, then just leave my channel.
No. We don't have to do anything you tell us to do. Just like you don't have to do anything we tell you to do. So, no.
I'm keeping comments off. I don't know. I hope for a long time, because honestly, I'm so much fucking happier when I don't have to listen to it.
What do you mean you hope? You control every piece of content you put out. You have the option of disabling comments. So why didn't you do it? Because you like the attention. Any attention is attention to you.
When I don't have to hear people judging me for what I eat just because I'm fat. You don't know the full story on my health.
We do. I think at this point we know the full story. Like, we know what's wrong with her.
You don't know everything. You don't know what I'm working on in therapy. You don't know my real blood sugar levels. You only know what I told you. And I shouldn't have opened that can of worms.
Oh, you did, though. Because what else were you going to talk about? Food?
Oh Lord, how I wish I didn't. But even if I didn't, people would still make those comments. Because look at someone like Hungry Fat Chick's comments. Constantly just shaming and shaming for what she's eating. It's her life. Let her live it. It's my life. Let me live it.
You're living your life. No one's telling you not to live we want you to do whatever you want. Right? Like, do whatever you want. We don't really care what happens. Like, we just want to see what happens.
Again, if you're so bothered, then just leave.
No.
People are sickeningly obsessed with what fat people put in their mouths. It's ridiculous. And if I have to hear one more time,
I just want to I think that the star of the show in this video for me is the flyaway hairs. It's just here, 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 here. It's just everywhere. Reeks.
channels promoting, you're influencing people to be obese just by existing and just by eating something I want to eat is so fatphobic. It's disgusting.
Fatphobic.
And just be quiet. It's just frustrating as a fat person having to deal with this day in and day out since the beginning of my channel. I don't want to close my channel because I love doing this. I love making videos. For people who like,
Do you like making videos? Because I'm starting to think Chantal actually hates what she does, but she can't do anything else. So she has to do this.
to watch them, not for people who obsess over everything I do and hate me for it, for what I put in my mouth, or for not dieting the way they think I should be, for eating carbs. I've had fucking death threats over eating carbs.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Because if she got death threats, she would show them. You better believe she would show them. She has not gotten death threats. I promise you that. She has not gotten death threats. She's so goddamn dramatic.
I've had nasty comments over because I eat too many carbs. I could tell you where to shove your carbs, but you won't like it. I'm so sick of the word. It's so triggering. You don't understand that.
Good. Get triggered. I don't care.
You're not helping. You think you are. You think that other people being nice are enabling and that you're helping with
The people that are nice to you and enable you, Chantal, the faces and names have changed, but the same BS is still here, right? All you want are people to give you positive feedback and to throw money at you and attention. Those are the three things you need. Okay? Again, how has that served you in the last 4 or 5 years? Or the 8 years you've been on YouTube? Surrounding yourself with an echo chamber of toxic positivity. It's the Lizzo factor. That's what I call it. It's this toxic positivity. And she ruined her life for it. So, okay, cool. I just want to see how it ends.
your shaming, shitty comments. It's the fucking opposite. Okay?
Maybe no one really gives a shit about helping you anymore. Like, yes, in the beginning when she first came out, people were giving her advice. They were trying to like guide her a little or just give some good advice or just what worked for them. And she just got so pissed. And she's never let it go.
Everyone has free will. Everyone's allowed to live their life the way they want to. If I want to try to be healthy one minute and do what I want the next, that's my fucking prerogative. But just because you see me eating rolled tacos or a meal that's not steamed fucking vegetables and quinoa does not mean, or chaffles or 8 pounds of cheese does not mean I'm not doing anything and that I've given up.
If you're eating 8 pounds of cheese, you've given up. That's, yeah.
So please shut it. Zip. Shh. I said shh.
No. If you could do what you want, we could do what we want, right? Listen to how that works. If you want full autonomy, then we get full autonomy.
Don't want to turn off comments. And then even some people I thought were like really good supporters are like have turned on me for I don't even know what the fuck. Obviously not real supporters to begin with. You can leave too. I really don't care. I don't.
She doesn't care. You guys can leave. And guess what? We did. We left. People made reaction channels, clip channels, compilation channels. And then she had a problem with that. So what do you want, Chantal? I know what she wants. She wants us all to disappear. That's what she wants because she thinks that's going to help her gain some new people. It's not. Your downfall had nothing to do with reaction channels. It was all your fault and you have no one to blame but yourself. And that's why you're so angry. And you're also really fat. And you cannot not say no to yourself.
Need you. I don't care if you want to unsubscribe. I'm not going to stop living how I want to live just because you disapprove of it. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not murdering anybody. I'm not doing anything morally.
Well, that's not true because you're slowly killing yourself and you're being paid for it. So yes, You are murdering yourself. Just slowly, that's all.
Wrong. If I trigger you when you have an eating disorder, don't watch me then. Don't watch me. I'm not responsible for how you live your life or who I'm triggering.
Do you hear the hypocrisy? Or is it just me?
I'm not responsible for everyone's actions. You can't lay that on somebody, okay? Fat people have to eat. We have a right to eat what we want to eat, just as much as skinny people. You think that 2 chili cheese dogs are any healthier for the skinny person than the...
Yeah. If that fat person has ravaging diabetes and a host of other issues like physical ailments on top of an eating disorder, then yes, those 2 giant jumbo dogs, whatever you're talking about, is worse for you as a giant fat person than someone who is healthy. And that's the way it is. Sorry. Not sorry.
Fat person? You know? Yeah, I've talked about my blood sugar levels. But you know what? As I've said also, I can't do drastic, okay? I'm trying to heal my relationship with food.
This is 4 or 5 years ago. She's still in the same bullshit. Yeah, okay.
And that's the only way I'm going to get anywhere in the first place. Otherwise, it's back to binge city. And that's even worse for my diabetes than the tacos I had for dinner. I want to get these things off my chest. I'm sick of being demonized for when I do give my opinion. And I'm sick of being demonized for being fat.
You're not demonized for being fat. You're demonized for being a demon.
And eating what I want. Anyone who's overweight knows. How many times have you started a diet and the very next 5 hours you're stuffing Oreos in your face?
I mean, yeah, I've failed on diets. Of course, who hasn't? But eventually something has to click, right? Either it's a health scare or, you know, you just realize you can't keep up with the things that you used to be able to do or whatever it is, right? Something clicks for most people. Unfortunately, some people, like Chantal, it never clicks. And they waste their lives in misery. And they try to take everyone else down and have everyone else be just as miserable as they are. They think everyone else is just as miserable as they are. And we're not. And that bothers her. And I love that.
Well, guess what? I'm no different than you, aren't I? And every single person judging me, every single overweight person judging me has been there. So you really don't have a right to talk about it. It's so hypocritical, but yet it happens.
Everyone has a right to talk about anything they'd like. Okay? Within legal limits, I should say. So you sitting here bitching and hungry and angry isn't convincing anyone of anything. It's just you looking like a hot mess on the internet.
And people love it. Ugh, I'm so sick of it. So I'm turning my comments off. I'm so much happier when they're off. I just feel like I can say what I want, I can do what I want, and I don't have to hear it from complete strangers who just want to shame me for something that really has no effect on them at all.
It has no effect on us. We're just here to laugh at you.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm
Great video.
Not in a good mood.
Nope.
So it's unfortunate, but for me, I have to think of my mental health, my happiness for now, and if it affects I'm not even thinking of my views or subscriber count, honestly. I'm thinking of myself for now. So I'll see you in the next video.
Well, okay then. Hey, look, it's me. It's my video. These are some interesting videos. Jesus. Anyway, that was one of her rants from the Villa days. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see some more of these kind of videos, please let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up. But isn't it interesting? Like years ago, and we're still hearing the same goddamn argument as we did back then. And she has made zero progress. She is worse off now than she was back then. Again, we're just here to watch, right? I just want to watch. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Au revoir.